Hi, good morning. Hello. Welcome to March, the month of Tara in the Mount Shasta Goddess Temple, and to our Guanyin practice, which, for those who are new to the practice, um, now that we've completed February, and I'm sorry I wasn't here yesterday, we are now moving on to work with Tara. Um, Hi, Angelia. Hello. Hi, Christy. Nice to see you. Good morning. Thanks so much for everyone's good wishes yesterday. I was really sick. I was really sick, but I have managed to keep some things down this morning, so I think I'm in the clear. And we're gonna do this practice. And we are now in the month of Tara. So what that means is that the first portion of our daily practice will be chanting to Tara, and then, or will be a prayer to Tara and divination for Tara. And then the second portion of our practice will still be devoted to Guanyin. So we do Guanyin practice in the temple every single day, but who the goddess is that we feature in the very beginning with the divination changes from month to month. Tara has 21 different forms, all different colors and names and mantras and purposes. And for our working this month, we are going to be working with the collection of prayers that have been gathered and interpreted and written by Prema Dasara, who this is from her book Prayers and Practices for the Mandala Dance of the 21 Praises of Tara. And what I really love about this booklet, which I got from her in person when I took a Tara dance workshop with her, what I really love about it is that she works with traditional sources and traditional forms, but she also kind of makes them very understandable for, you know, a goddess community. So we are going to start with that. Let me light a candle. I am here to manifest the wisdom that rests within. I am here to radiate my loving compassion into the world. I am here to gather the skill and the power to bless and empower all. The fundamental nature of my mind is pure. Within me is an inexhaustible resource of love, wisdom, and power. The purpose of all spiritual practice is to reveal and make contact with this. When ignorance is removed, unlimited wisdom, compassion, and power arise. It is the mind's conditioning that limits understanding of who I am and what I can become. I will cleanse my mind of faults and develop beneficial qualities. This removes obstacles to my path and creates beneficial conditions. Recognizing the interconnectedness of all, I will strive to be my best, to manifest my enlightened potential, ever dedicated to benefiting all beings. I will think, speak, and act as Tara. And the first form of Tara that we're working with today, who is sort of all 21 of the Taras in one, Arya Tara. Tara is wisdom, compassion, and power. Om. All praises to the venerable, exalted Tara. Praise her, Tare, liberator, swift and courageous. Through Tutare, remover of all fears. Through Ture, bestower of good fortune. Through Soha, the world bows at her feet. Om Tare, Tutare, Ture, Soha. And the deck that we're using for our divinations this month is this wonderful deck by Laura Shanti. You can actually purchase prints of the images from this deck, and you can also purchase the deck on her Etsy site. Laura Shanti, Santi, is how she spells it, and the name of the deck is Buddha Wisdom Shakti Power. There are a couple of really great decks out there that I like to work with, all different, that kind of bring Dharma consciousness into an oracular setting with a deck. And I really appreciate that. This one is one of my favorites. So our first message from Arya Tara for the month of March. In a time when we couldn't need her more. Green Tara, the Bodhisattva of compassion in action. Compassion with action yields results. You can see her green skin, her crown. She's wearing the lotus crown of the Dakini. It's got 5 jewels adorning it. That represents the 5 elements and 5 Buddha families. So, how perfect to start the month of Tara with the card of Arya Tara herself. Green Tara, the most commonly known of the Taras, glows with the energy of new spring green grass, potent with the awakening and growth of the season. She is exquisitely beautiful, smiling sweetly, radiant, yet ethereal and translucent, because she is no ordinary being. She is a bodhisattva, one who has dedicated herself to helping others. She appears to us as a young woman at that time of life when anything feels possible and there is so much to do to make it so. She wears jewels and silk garments, as she is a princess in the pantheon of beings that come to us to help. She spontaneously gives aid and protection to all. Her compassion is available to anyone, no matter if they are a thief in the night, a woman giving birth, or a worker trying to please. She knows that personality is just the outer shell that holds the purity of our own true self within. She holds 2 blue lotuses that represent her purity and power. She sits on another lotus that arose out of the lake of tears shed by the Buddha of compassion, Avalokiteshvara, or Guanyin. While Avalokiteshvara is quiet and still in his compassion, or Guanyin in hers, Tara is compassion in action. She extends her foot down to the lotus below, ready to stand at a moment's notice and begin working. Her right hand rests on her knee, open in the mudra of supreme giving. Her left hand, poised in front of her heart, forms the mudra of protection and fearlessness. Her mantra is Om Tare Tutare Ture Soha, and you will hear it everywhere you go in Nepal and Tibet, as she is one of the most called upon deities in Buddhism. So, how perfect that this is our manifestation today. As we move out of the 2 months of quietude and stillness in the temple, January, the month of moon and snow, which is a month of silent contemplation, withdrawal, retreat, reflection, and quietude, and the month of February, moon on ice, which is the month of boundaries, distance, discernment, and very subtle conscious engagement. Now we're in March, the month of the moon and the wind dancing. And in this month, we are starting to feel the stirrings of spring in the Northern Hemisphere, and we are engaging our compassionate awareness, choosing which actions we'll take next. So, January was for observation, February was for discernment, March is for action. And we're in it now. So I think that, given the circumstances of 40-mile long convoy of men and weapons invading the Ukraine and trying to seize the capital city and other cities being routed and attacked, there is a tremendous global concern for the nature of this war, and I too feel that concern. I think you'd really have to be asleep not to feel concern, not only for the people of the Ukraine, but also for the many people of Russia protesting this invasion who have already been arrested, as well as all the people in neighboring countries who are suddenly impacted with the influx of 500,000 Ukrainian refugees, as well as all of the global powers and global leaders who are tasked with paying attention to this, lest it burgeon into something much, much bigger. And we're in a week where, technically speaking, astrologically, the third of this month is one of the least favorable days this year, astrologically, but the fifth of this month is considered to be a highly favorable day, astrologically. So it's a time where there's a lot of movement and dynamic, energetic, challenging, complicated, painful emotions and energies. So, our compassion in action today can look like providing some kind of help or sustenance to those who are suffering. So you can go ahead and pick, like, you could say, well, I'm going to go find where are the organizations that are collecting funds to help people relocate from the Ukraine to somewhere else. Or you might decide, I would like to send money to support a an animal rights organization or animal rescue organization that is helping people get their pets out of the Ukraine, or helping collect pets that have been lost, abandoned, or separated from their owners. You could decide you're going to go ahead and participate in a magical working. And one of the priestesses of the Mount Shasta Goddess Temple, Reina, posted a dark moon working today in the Goddess Temple app. So you could do that one. I will also share that one in Goddess Without Borders here on Facebook. If you're part of that group, you can see that. Or you might decide to go ahead. I've seen a lot of people going on Etsy and looking for Ukrainian makers and sending them orders for goods so that the people have support for their businesses. Whatever it is that you decide to do today, do something that has a physical, concrete manifestation as your way of emanating Tara into our world. And oh, great. And Priestess Jasai let me know that she also shared Reina Templeby's working on the Mount Shasta Goddess Temple's main Facebook page. So you can find it there. Thank you so much, Priestess Jasai. I don't know what I would do if you weren't on all of these things. You're amazing. So We are going to do our chanting, and our chanting is an active practice, but let's not have it end there today. Let's actually take it another step and make the commitment that we're going to do something. And we don't have to know exactly what that is right now, but what we have to do today is to pay attention to the opportunity that lands on our plate. There will be something that you will perceive, something that will come across your screen, something that you will be invited to participate in, to add your signature to a petition, to make a donation, to send a message of hope and support, to support someone of Ukrainian descent who lives in your neighborhood. There will be an opportunity today. Just look for it. And when it comes, say yes, because that's what Tara would do with her foot extended out into the world, ready to leap into action. We can be that way as well. So that's our short bit for today. And now we're going to dive into our longer practice. We're going to start with 3 prostrations before the shrine. Oh, and you know what it's time for me to do? It is time for me to, these postcards are cards that we sell in the temple as a fundraiser for our Priestess Scholarship Fund. This is artwork made by Priestess Divana depicting Tara rising out of Lake Siskiyou and Mount Shasta is in the background. You can see the mountain is up here. And here's Lake Siskiyou. And here's our green Tara. And every month I move whichever goddess that, for the cards that I have, I move the goddess of the month card so that she's being held on Guanyin's lap. And let's take refuge. Namo Guru Be. I take refuge in the inner teacher. Namo Buddhaye. I take refuge in the great mother of compassion. Namo Dharmaye. I take refuge in the wisdom of the ages. Namo Sanghaye. I take refuge in the community of practitioners. And let's set our intention today for the people of Ukraine and also for anyone who is in the Ukrainian diaspora who has left the Ukraine and is out in neighboring countries, or anyone who has people back home that they're worried about. And for all of the many earth beings, animals, plants, and trees that have no choice but to be caught up in this. And let's recite the four immeasurables. May I be a source of loving kindness in this world and all worlds, bringing a generous heart to all my thoughts and doings. May I be a vehicle of compassion in this world and all worlds, ever mindful and aware of the tremendous suffering of others. May I be a brimming vessel of joy in this world and all worlds, delighting in the happiness of others as their suffering is alleviated. May I be a balance point of equanimity in this world and all worlds, seeing all as equals and all as deserving of goodness. I light this candle as a symbol of the enlightening Dharma way. May it shine brightly for the benefit of all beings. I light this incense as an offering to Guanxi Yin, she who hears the cries of the world, mother of all. Om Ahum. 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 Reverently, I prostrate with my body, speech, and mind and present clouds of every type of offering, actual and virtual. I confess all my destructive actions accumulated since beginningless time and rejoice in the meditation of all holy and ordinary beings. Please, Guanyin, remain until the end of samsaric existence and turn the wheel of Dharma for sentient beings. I dedicate my own merits and those of others to the great enlightenment. And we're going to do 108 recitations of Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa, and then we're going to do just a quick rapid round of Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Soha right after that. Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa. Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa, 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 南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨。南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨，南无观世音菩萨， Namo Guan Shi Yin Pu Sa. 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 And you know what? For this month, since it's the month of Tara, let's go back to that Tara long life practice that we have from a couple months ago. This was our practice, and I think it would be good for us to do this. Oh, but we have to do Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Soha. So we're going to do that right now. Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Soha, 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 Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Soha. Tu Tare Ture Soha, Om Tare 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 Tu Tare Ture Soha. Tu Tare Ture Soha, Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Soha, Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Soha, Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Soha. Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Soha, Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Soha, Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Soha, Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Soha. Soha, Om Tare Tu Tare Ture 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 Soha, Om Tare Tu Tare Soha, Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Soha, Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Soha, Om Tare Tu Tare Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Soha, 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 Om Tare Tu Tare Soha, Om Tare Tu Tare Ture 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 Soha. Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Soha, 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 Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Soha. Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Soha, 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 Om Tare Tu Tare Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Soha, Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Soha, Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Soha, Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Soha. Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Soha, 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 Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Soha. Tare Ture Soha, Om Tare Tu 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 Tare Ture Soha. Soha, Om Tare Tu Tare Ture 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 Soha. Soha om tare tu re 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 soha. Om tare tu re soha 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 om tare tu re soha. Soha om tare tu re 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 soha. Lume choksum chidang jetsunma galyum pama drome jintuyi daki sisu pelchoin yantraknam yarnu dadang yaji soshindu kepar kache wantang lungtanam nyampa soshin chatu gawalong chije lekpe lamdu drawadang setting nime dadang benjur she. Through the blessing and power of the unfailing Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, and of Jetsunma, mother of the Buddha's noble Tara, may our lifespan, merit, prosperity, and renown increase like a waxing moon, like a rising summer lake. Especially may our good fortune, Wangtong and Windhorse, be healed when they weaken, rejoined when interrupted, raised up when sinking down. May whatever we do turn out well, and may long life, good health, peace, and happiness be ours. Lume chosum chidang jetsunma gayum pagma drome jintu yi daki sisu peljoan yandraknam yarnu dadang yarji soshindu kipar kaje wangtang lungtanam nyampa soshing chetu gawa long chije lekpe lamdu drawa dang sering neme dedang denjur shi. And now 108 recitations of Om Mani Padme Hum, sending out our compassion to all of those who need it, especially those in Ukraine. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 And let's give thanks for our teachers. May all of my blessed teachers enjoy long, happy, healthy, productive lives and great support for their good works. May all beings benefit from their wisdom. May they enjoy a swift and happy rebirth. And long life prayer for Lama Dechin Yeshe Wangmo. Sosti. Through the powerful blessings of the immortal Pema Jungye and his consort, may the three secret qualities of the Dakini of Supreme Bliss Yeshe Wangmo be utterly stable, and may the light of her activities and may the light of her activities shine down on the lotus groves of the teachings and of beings so that they blossom in radiant splendor. And let's dedicate the merit. May the merit of this practice and all of my activities be of endless benefit to all beings in all realms, beginningless and continuous. May all obstacles be overcome and suffering cease at the sound of liberation. May all beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all beings have happiness and its causes. May we carry the essence of Guanyin in our hearts. Namo Guanxin Pusa. And we close with bow to Guanyin, bow to one another, and a bow to the inner teacher. And wishing everyone a day of activated compassion, sending hearts. Hope you have a good one. I'll be back tomorrow. I made it through today. Thank you. Bye.